Have you ever wondered what really happens when you quit caffeine for a month? Whether you're trying to sleep better, feel less anxious, or just break the habit, giving up your daily coffee or energy drink can trigger some surprising changes. From withdrawal headaches and fatigue in the first few days to improved sleep, balanced energy, and even better hydration by week 4, your body goes through a full reset. In this video, we'll walk you through what to expect week by week when you go caffeine-free. Today we will talk about what happens to your body when you quit caffeine for a month. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The ubiquity and mechanism of caffeine in the body. Caffeine is the most widely consumed psychoactive substance in the world, found in coffee, tea, energy drinks, chocolate, and even some medications. It acts primarily as a central nervous system stimulant by blocking adenosine receptors in the brain. Adenosine is a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and sleepiness. By inhibiting it, caffeine keeps you alert, reduces perceived fatigue, and can improve concentration temporarily. However, this interference with the natural brain chemistry also leads to physiological dependence over time. Once caffeine becomes a regular part of your routine, the body adapts by producing more adenosine receptors. As a result, you need more caffeine to achieve the same stimulating effect, a classic sign of tolerance. Quitting caffeine after habitual use is not just a matter of skipping your morning coffee. It's a biochemical shift that impacts almost every major system in the body, from the brain to the gut to the cardiovascular system. 2. The first 24 to 72 hours. Withdrawal kicks in the first few days after quitting caffeine are often the most difficult, especially for those who consume large amounts, more than 300 milligrams/day, roughly the amount in 3 cups of coffee. The body begins to experience withdrawal symptoms as it rebalances its neurochemical environment. The most common symptoms include headaches, due to the dilation of blood vessels previously constricted by caffeine, fatigue, irritability, low mood, and difficulty concentrating. These symptoms can begin as early as 12 hours after your last dose and peak within 24 to 48 hours. Some individuals may even experience flu-like symptoms, nausea, and muscle pain. The severity and duration of withdrawal vary widely depending on individual metabolism, caffeine intake, and overall health, but the majority of people find the worst symptoms dissipate after 3 to 5 days. Nonetheless, this initial period is a critical phase in which the brain and body begin to reset their baseline chemistry. 3. Week 1. Recalibration of brain chemistry. As the body starts adjusting to life without caffeine, adenosine receptor density begins to normalize, and neurotransmitter levels, such as dopamine and serotonin, stabilize. During the first week, sleep patterns often begin to shift noticeably. Without the stimulant effects of caffeine, many people report feeling more drowsy throughout the day and may take longer to feel fully alert in the morning. However, nighttime sleep tends to become deeper and more restorative. The absence of caffeine eliminates its interference with melatonin production, a hormone critical to the sleep-wake cycle. Consequently, individuals may begin experiencing fewer awakenings during the night and a reduction in insomnia symptoms. However, this transition can come with emotional instability for some. Increased sensitivity to stress, anxiety, depressive moods are not uncommon, especially among those who use caffeine as a daily coping mechanism. 4. Week 2. Digestive and hormonal adjustments. Caffeine has a strong influence on the gastrointestinal system. It stimulates acid production in the stomach and can act as a laxative by increasing peristalsis, intestinal contractions. When caffeine is removed, the digestive tract may temporarily slow down, causing constipation or changes in bowel movements. At the same time, your appetite might increase, as caffeine typically acts as a mild appetite suppressant. Blood sugar fluctuations may become more noticeable, particularly in the mid-morning and mid-afternoon when caffeine typically helped to stabilize energy levels. Hormonally, caffeine affects cortisol and adrenaline levels, both of which are part of the body's stress response. Without caffeine's regular stimulation, these hormones begin to regulate more naturally. This hormonal recalibration can bring a noticeable reduction in stress levels and may help the body return to a more balanced circadian rhythm, enhancing long-term metabolic health and endocrine stability. 5. Week 3. Cardiovascular and muscular recovery. By the 3rd week, the cardiovascular system has begun to adjust significantly. Caffeine, being a vasoconstrictor, can temporarily increase blood pressure and heart rate. When eliminated, blood pressure in habitual users often begins to normalize. This can be particularly beneficial for individuals at risk of hypertension or heart disease. You might also notice improved circulation, reduced palpitations, and a steadier heartbeat. Muscularly, since caffeine enhances athletic performance by mobilizing fatty acids and delaying fatigue, those who exercise might initially feel a drop in endurance or power. However, over time, your body adapts by improving its natural energy regulation mechanisms. Sleep quality continues to improve, which also contributes to faster muscle recovery and improved exercise capacity. Interestingly, some people notice fewer muscle cramps, as caffeine is mildly diuretic, and its absence helps the body retain essential electrolytes like potassium and magnesium more effectively. 6. Week 4. Enhanced cognitive and emotional clarity. By the fourth week, many former caffeine users report a marked improvement in cognitive clarity, mood regulation, and emotional balance. Once the brain's neurotransmitter systems and receptors have rebalanced, the foggy, irritable withdrawal state gives way to a new baseline, one characterized by stable energy, fewer mood swings, and better focus without the peaks and troughs associated with caffeine consumption. The adrenal glands, no longer overstimulated by caffeine, begin to function more rhythmically, which helps the body respond more effectively to stress without overproducing cortisol. With sleep quality now likely at its peak, users often report feeling more refreshed upon waking and less dependent on external stimulation to kickstart the day. This emotional and cognitive stability is one of the most significant long-term benefits of quitting caffeine, and is often cited by former caffeine users as the reason for staying off the stimulant. 7. Long-term physical benefits and risk reduction. Eliminating caffeine also leads to a variety of long-term health benefits that are not immediately noticeable. For one, there's a reduction in the risk of developing caffeine-related conditions such as acid reflux, chronic anxiety, certain types of arrhythmia, and caffeine-induced insomnia. For women, quitting caffeine may also positively impact hormone-sensitive conditions such as polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, or premenstrual syndrome, PMS, as caffeine can influence estrogen metabolism. In the context of bone health, some studies suggest that excessive caffeine intake may reduce calcium absorption, so abstaining might benefit those at risk of osteoporosis. Skin health may also improve, reduce stress, better sleep, and improve hydration, since caffeine has mild dehydrating effects, can all contribute to a clearer complexion. Moreover, without the frequent caffeine highs and crashes, the body's natural energy systems, reliant on nutrition, hydration, and regular movement, begin to work more efficiently. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.